Why Kamala Harris is being accused of lying over Kwanzaa post. This is by Leah Barkokis. Let me read it to you. Vice President-elect Kamala Harris was accused of lying after posting a Kwanzaa message claiming that she and her family celebrated the holiday growing up, despite the fact that she was born 2 years before it was invented. You know, if you're gonna lie, you gotta practice it so you can be kind of good at it. Once again, Vice President-elect Kamala Harris was accused of lying after posting a Kwanzaa message claiming that she and her family celebrated the holiday growing up, despite the fact that she was born 2 years before it was invented by a deranged, violent felon who was also a college professor, I guess. She said, "You know, my sister and I, we grew up celebrating Kwanzaa. Each year our family would, and our extended family, we would gather across multiple generations and would tell stories. The kids would sit on the carpet and the elders would sit in chairs, and we would light the candles, and of course afterwards have a beautiful meal." I wonder if Lucy Adams is the one giving her advice on doing this. But back to the article. And of course, there was always the discussion of the 7 principles. And my favorite, I have to tell you, was always the one about self-determination. Harris continued, "And you know, essentially it's about be and do. Be the person you want to be and do the things you want to do, and worry about getting caught in a lie later, and do the things that need to be done. It's not about letting anyone write our future for us, but instead going out and writing it for ourselves. And that principle motivates me today as we seek to confront the challenges facing our country and to build a brighter future for all Americans. So to everyone who is celebrating, happy Kwanzaa from our family to yours." That message raised eyebrows on Twitter, given that it was invented after she was born and that she is of Jamaican and Indian descent. And so Matt Walsh tweeted, "Somehow I find it hard to believe that she has a deep childhood attachment to a holiday that didn't exist when she was born." All right, let's read another comment. Melissa Tate said, "As someone who was born and raised in Africa, I can tell you there's no such thing as Kwanzaa. Kamala knows nothing about it because she is an Indian Jamaican who grew up in Canada." And Chad Prather had this to say, "Did she really say the elders were discussing an observance that was celebrated in 1966 in view of the fact that she was born in 1964? Michael Knowles had this to say, "At least Tupac was alive, though he hadn't yet released an album when Kamala pretended to listen to him in college. When Kamala was a baby, Kwanzaa didn't even exist." And Nicole Arbor had this to say, "This holiday didn't exist when she was a kid. Lies on lies. Well, if she's lying that much, that makes her a great politician." Calvin Coolidge said that $100 that Kamala and her Indian single mother growing up in Montreal had a better chance of celebrating Boxing Day. The Patriot Post had this to say, "Celebrating Kwanzaa as a child? Really?" She dubiously claims to have grown up celebrating Kwanzaa despite the fact that it was invented 2 years after she was born. And the Hazleton Standard Speaker said, "Kamala Harris unchallenged life stories. Is Kwanzaa still a thing? A little sleuthing on the Nexus News database finds next to nothing matching." And ABC13.com said Kamala Harris, Vice President-elect Kamala Harris shares Kwanzaa message. And that's the one we're going to look at. Vice President-elect Kamala Harris is wishing all who celebrate a happy first day of Kwanzaa. She posted a video on Instagram commemorating the holiday that honors African American and Pan-African culture and talks about celebrating the holiday growing up. Let's see what else they have to say. Every year, our family and our extended family, we would gather around across multiple generations and we tell stories, she said. We light the candles and of course afterwards have a beautiful meal. And that's all that had to say.